Hey guys, so CLAT 2026 is over. Now, this is the moment where I'm going to give my honest reaction to CLAT 2026 that happened recently. Today, that 2026 का analysis किया by myself by breaking down every section and by understanding every question. So, guys, now let's start by section GK. Honestly, guys, this year's GK is way more better than our GK. मतलब जो हमारा क्लैट 2025 का पेपर था उसका GK was kinda like not so good, but today this year's GK is very nice, like kind of predictable GK I feel. So first para was about US Trump, like President Trump. It was about United States. So it is kind of predictable as अभी बहुत न्यूज में चला था about tariffs. So I think it was easy to moderate because there were little one to two question that was kind of like okay, but all were very nice. इसके passage के questions were very nice, very doable. So now move on to second paragraph, which was about Indian chess. As chess World Cup हुआ था in 2025, so it is also very predictable because it is kind of one of the important questions and kind of related as it is a current issue and because it is the event which has occurred, which has taken place in 2025 itself. So it has a major like predictability कि यह आ सकता था. So काफी ऐसे क्वेश्चंस थे and it was very okay and main one question was related to AI that defeated the world chess champion was able to in a tournament match. So kind of that was also very obvious if you have read all the compendiums, if you have prepared well for the GK portion, then you could have cracked this question very easily. Now the third para was about Pahalgam terror attack and Indus Water Treaty. It is like Indus Water Treaty तो guys मैंने अपने साल में भी पढ़ा था and Pahalgam terror attack, it is very obvious because it has been a major huge conduct which is like Indo-Pak war, so it is very obvious and under that it was related to Indus Water Treaty and SAR membership. So I think it is like we memorize kind of organization like BIMSTEC, SARC and then SCO, so it is very predictable. So guys, I think it was also a doable passage. Then the fifth one was about then the fourth one was about SCO, Shanghai Cooperation. So PM Modi that attended, it was very easy guys, very easy because it was very much factual that you definitely learn and go for CLAT examination. It is so fifth paragraph was about India Air India crash. So guys, what could you expect instead of this? Matlab, it was the most predictable, this one and the Pahalgam one, the most predictable passages which you could have predicted or foresee. So it was about one question was about like the Air India flight which took off from Ahmedabad to लंदन. तो लंदन का कौन सा एयरपोर्ट था एंड सम एयरपोर्ट के नाम के लाइक हेथ्रो देन गेटवे ये सब. तो उसमें थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन हो सकता था गाइस, बट इन 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 प्रेशर थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन हो सकता था, बट अगर यू हैव रेड वेरी वेरी इन डिटेल because it is the most like kind of detailing you have to read in CLAT like examination guys. It is the most miniest detail, like mini detail you have to read about every topic. So it is like कि जैसे हम पढ़ते हैं कि इस साल में अगर एयर इंडिया क्रैश, ये भी आ सकता था कि पिछले साल कब लास्ट क्रैश हुआ था या कब इंडिया में क्रैश हुआ था लास्ट, बिफोर दिस एयर इंडिया कब लास्ट क्रैश हुआ था, उस टाइम प्राइम मिनिस्टर कौन था. तो दिस वाज वेरी ऑब्वियस क्वेश्चन कि वो फ्लाइट कौन से एयरपोर्ट में जा रही थी लंदन के. So like it is also a very good passage, very predictable passage. So I would say for GK, very nice questions, like very nice passages. Maybe like 2 to 3 mistakes is also allowed like in GK portion, but not more than that. It was very nice passage, like it was very nice section, sorry. Now let's move on to मैथ्स लाइक मैथ्स तो गाइस बहुत ऑब्वियस आ गया था। वैसे मैथ्स मैंने अटेम्प्ट नहीं किया था अपने क्लैट 2025 में, बिकॉज बट I won't say I wasn't good at maths, but I wasn't practicing maths, so that's why मैंने छोड़ दिया था। तो guys, परसेंटेज और रेशियो प्रोपोर्शन से ही आया था। एंड देन सेकंड पैसेज वाज आल्सो विच आई सॉ वाज ओके ओके। इसीलिए मैंने बोला था कुछ टॉपिक्स है, 5 टॉपिक्स जो बहुत रिपीटेटिव होते हैं मैथ्स के, अगर आप वो प्रैक्टिस करके जाते हैं, अगर यू आर गुड इन मैथ्स, तो दिस वाज समथिंग यू डेफिनेटली हैड टू डू इट। सो लाइक इट वाज ओके नाइस। जो नहीं था उसके लिए थोड़ा टफ हो सकता था, लाइक जिसके लिए मैथ्स इज नॉट अ कप ऑफ टी, सो उसके लिए थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो सकता था, जैसे कि मेरे लिए था। और प्रेशर में मैथ्स मोस्टली नहीं बन पाता है, तो इट्स ओके। सो नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द लीगल सेक्शन। लीगल सेक्शन में ना इस बार फैक्चुअल, जो मैंने बोला था कि फैक्ट में हम रीजनिंग अप्लाई करते हैं लाइक प्रिंसिपल, इट वाजंट लाइक दैट। एक दो आया था, बट मोस्टली 3 पैसेजेस जो थे, वन वाज अबाउट वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन, दैट इज काइंड ऑफ जीके टाइप का आया था, जीएसटी रेट, सो इट वाज काइंड ऑफ लाइक easy to moderate passage, I would say moderate. Then the second one was about preamble. If you are like thorough through polity thing, तो you could have cracked it, क्योंकि उसमें बहुत सारे like preamble के socialist, secular and democratic ये सब आया था, तो it is like nice passage. And then I would say it's like also moderate, not difficult obviously. Then third one was about good or bad decision of court. This is the passage you have to read and then answer, so I would say it was easy. Like if you are reading, then you have to get the answer for the question, because the question wasn't so difficult obviously. Then the fourth one was the actual legal passage, which I told you like in my earlier videos also, that लीगल पैसेज में सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजमेंट्स भी आ सकते हैं, या जीके में भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजमेंट्स आ सकते हैं, तो इट वाज आल्सो लाइक अ प्रेडिक्टेबल पैसेज दैट वाज अबाउट स्टेट ऑफ तमिलनाडु वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ लाइक तमिलनाडु के गवर्नर। सो इट वाज वेरी मच इन टॉक्स लाइक 2025 में वीटो पावर एंड सुप्रीम कोर्ट का उसमें जजमेंट आना, इट वाज अ वेरी क्रूशियल टॉपिक विच यू हैव टू अटेंड, क्योंकि इसमें बहुत बड़ा रैंक डिफरेंस हो सकता है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे बच्चे इसको पढ़ के गए होंगे, बिकॉज इट वाज वेरी ऑब्वियस क्वेश्चन। सो इट वाज आल्सो लाइक डुएबल, थोड़े से लाइक उसके एमसीक्यू लिटिल लेंथी, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ लीगल क्वेश्चन, सो इट वाज नाइस. And the most surprising, not I would not say it was surprising, but yeah, fifth one was about same sex marriage, which was the judgment came in 2023, so it wasn't expected in 2026. But yeah guys, it was something you would have read, because it is kind of like very landmark judgments, which was like you obviously read for CLAT preparation. So I think in this some students marks would have gone if you're not thorough with the like earlier types of judgment, which was very famous, as it was not upheld in 2025. So this is something like which can be a differentiator between topper and the students, so it is like that. But maybe studying overview of GK, you could have cracked it, at least some questions of that passage. But yeah, it was also doable guys, so not it is not like that. Then I would say legal passage was not as expected as like legal section, not as expected, because हमारे साल में it was kind of like principle and fact, little okay हमारे साल में, but this year's a little mix, like something GK type का भी आ गया था, then उसके बाद Supreme Court judgment was obvious okay, but थोड़ा सा awkward, like little off, but it was doable. Then logical reasoning guys, the very surprising, not surprising because हमारे साल में भी ऐसा आ गया था, but हमारे साल में ना passages भी आए थे critical reasoning के, but इस साल so it was almost sitting arrangement and blood relations guys, so it was like very much analytical reasoning, which we obviously practice for ALET. So I think so. The CLAT is also focusing on analytical reasoning types of question, because in my analysis, like past years, I got to know that CLAT is only focusing for critical reasoning, but this year the pattern is changed. Like kind of they are giving analytical question also, because CLAT 2025 में mix आया था analytical plus critical. But is from the next year, all the students who are watching, who are like willing to give CLAT 2027, so they have to prepare for the critical reason, analytical reasoning also, not so be dependent on critical reasoning. So it first para was about non-cooperation, then second sapiens. So I would not tell like para which paras game, that's like डिपेंडेबल. अगर आप पढ़ोगे तो आपको आएगा, नहीं आएगा, जैसा भी आपका माइंड होता है उस टाइम में, स्टेट ऑफ माइंड होता है, माइंड होता है जैसा भी आपका स्टेट ऑफ माइंड होता है उस टाइम में. तो आई थिंक सो, आई वुड से द मोस्टली द क्वेश्चन केम फ्रॉम वोकैबुलरी, poetic devices, tone. Vocabulary also related to passage. Would say English was also like same as last few years. So I wouldn't say it was such a new thing. So overall, guys, my reaction would be like CLAT 2026 was a moderate paper because GK was very easy. Then legal reasoning was kind of awkward, like not so good, but yeah, doable. It was also nice. And then uske baad maths was also like predictable topics आए थे, average ratio proportion, which comes every year. Alright, guys, that was my honest reaction to CLAT 2026. So, guys, जिसका जिसका हुआ है, I hope आप सबके बहुत अच्छे results आए, and I hope you get your own dream NLU. So now it's your turn. Comment down and tell me how your paper went. So, and also tell me what next video you want me to post or to create about CLAT 2026 or about anything like. So this was it from my side, guys. Bye, Tara.